Good morning. Today is Monday morning. This is the morning where the adventure begins. Everything behind us was like recouping from a 15-hour flight, but today is the day. We're going to be heading off to the airport in another 15 minutes or so, catch a plane, and a small little commuter plane, and then we're going to be at the Krueger Park. This is so exciting. So safari time this afternoon.
And I don't know what's going to happen. My body clock has got to go ahead and synchronize somehow. But up until this point, it ain't synchronized. So I'm just going to muddle through and see what happens. But we'll keep you posted. Next stop, Arathusa Park up in the Krueger National Park area. We arrived at the Johannesburg airport with plenty of time to spare. I was even able to enjoy a nice, relaxing cup of really good African coffee. After boarding our twin-engine commuter plane, Fran and I settled in for the short 65-minute trip north to the East Gate Airport, the official gateway to the Krueger National Park area. The airport was not much to look at, but it really was efficient. Our bags were quickly unloaded and delivered to us directly in front of the airport. Our driver was waiting for us, and after collecting our bags, we set off for the 2-hour-plus overland drive to the Arathusa Lodge, deep in the Sabi Sands Game Reserve. Growing up as a kid, the sum total of my knowledge of Africa was what I had gleaned on early field trips to the zoo and watching old Tarzan movies. But now Fran and I have the chance to see and experience African life as it really is, up close and personal. The road trip was a fantastic introduction into our upcoming wildlife adventure. Our driver, who was also a licensed travel guide, began almost immediately telling us about the area, its people, and the local wildlife. He answered every question we threw at him, and even some of the ones that may be construed as a little politically sensitive. As the quality of our road turned from awesome to downright nasty, our guide kept apologizing for the roughness of the ride. But we told him, don't sweat it. We were from Costa Rica, and we know shitty roads firsthand. What made this trip so interesting is that you never know what lies around the next corner. Heck, it might even be a couple of zebras having a late afternoon snack. One thing did jump out at us during our drive. Poverty is rampant, and water is like gold, an extremely rare commodity. With much of the area undeveloped, the locals have to line up at the community water spigots located every couple of miles. Here, they'll fill their plastic jugs and cart them home, just to repeat the same process, day after day after day. Over the course of this vacation, we will be visiting 3 different game reserves, 1 in South Africa and 2 in Botswana. While each place offers essentially the same thing, each of the camps in their own right were different. While all game camps provided the same basic services, the only significant difference was in the degree to which these services were delivered. In every case, we found our choice of venues to be excellent, and the staff that worked there extremely knowledgeable and attentive. And to that, we offer a huge tip of the hat to our tour planning company, Rhino Africa. Well, before we realized it, we were at our first of 3 safari camps. Time to settle in and really get immersed.
Good day, Andy. Welcome at Arathusa Safari Lodge. My name is Jacques. This is my friend Christopher. Yep. At Arathusa we work in teams, so me and Chris will be working together for the time that you're here. We've been having fantastic sightings the last couple of days. We really have. It's been absolutely phenomenal. The reception staff will take you down to your room. We're having lunch at 2, and then about 3:30 we'll have high tea and we'll come and meet you and discuss the drive. From there we'll go out. Like I said, we had a good drive this morning, and we really hope to follow up on what we had this morning. Maybe try and get one of the big cats in the evening when they become a little bit more active. But morning drive, we wake you up 5 o'clock, and then 5:30 we go out on drive again. Morning drives are usually a little bit more quiet because we have to work quite hard, but you'll see the evening drives when we go out now are actually quite spectacular. So.